I loved about this Raider team is generally in the years past, and when we get down, we start to panic a little bit and think we can all come back on threes, and we have to get threes to get back. This team doesn't have to do that. They can get to the basket, as you said. Podbelsic a couple times went around Bishop to get to the basket. Max a couple times. Gavin got to the free throw line, and it's not only just threes that brought us back. It was free throws and easy baskets.
Well, yeah, you know, just like the score at the end of the quarter, our execution was good. We had a set called, and it was like they ran our set and we didn't, and we were left underneath the basket and scored an easy basket. But you know, one thing, you know, the stats on this team are not indicative of how our kids play. You know, Will had 4 points last night, but I thought his floor game was outstanding. His hustle, you know, I thought he didn't get a fair shake on the call where he got called on the travel, where he was doing what we teach the kids, to dive after loose balls, and you know, he done exactly that, and they call him for a travel. So you know, our guys really come out, and they really came back, and you got to be proud of them.
11 points, sorry, Jake, 11 points for Xavier Bishop. He had 11 in the first half. He finished with 11. That was huge for the Railers. Larry Austin, we held him in check easily for the first 2 times that we've played him. 6 points for Larry Austin Jr. and Coach after halftime. Obviously, we only gave up 7 points in the second half, but the Railers just did a good job. But they were shooting the ball pretty well. But they got a lot of easy baskets in the first half too, and we limited those quite a bit in the second half. So all in all, another win, Coach. 26-4 now, 14-2 on the season for the Central State 8. That wraps it up. Of course, Southeast was a winner late last night, 41-38 over Glenwood. So a share. We've tied. We've shared or won the conference outright 9 out of the 20 years that the Central State 8 has been in play. So, Coach, you've done it again, and this group seemed like to me, Coach, you were pretty calm, really. The players got down, their team got down 10, 12, and most coaches would be up and erratic, but I think just as an observer, you've become pretty confident in this team and believe pretty much in this team that they can do a lot by themselves.
Well, I am confident in them, and you know, they kind of toy with me a little bit, and you know, make me get a little worried once in a while. But when they come to play, and you know, the second half they really executed and done things, and like I said, they played to win, and we've got to have that mentality going into next week. And you know, Tuesday when we play our regional, that's usually a tough night for people to get out, but I'm telling you, this group is fun to watch, and I thought our crowd was outstanding last night.
Student section was awesome last night.
Yeah, and you know, hopefully we'll have much more of them going up to Bloomington Tuesday night. But it's been a great year all around. Our student support, our fan base has been great, and you know, we just want to continue, and these guys want to play a while, I think.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back, and we're going to bring in the other Coach Al Jr. That's on the staff after he had another impressive win last night. We'll talk with Coach Greg Alexander and the sophomore teams. That was going to do it for Coach today. 26-4 on the season, just to start the new season. Now everybody's 0-0, 14-2 in the Central State 8. Tied again, Coach. Once again, a great job last night.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. We're out here during the Lincoln Trojan Basketball Tournament. 114 teams are in Lincoln, Illinois today, so a lot of basketball going on, Jake. We're out here having a lot of fun. People coming in. You guys see the players getting ready. They're ready to lace them up.
Oh, absolutely. It's spread out all over town. So,
yeah,
I mean, if you want to see basketball,
yeah,
pick your venue. You've got junior high. You've got it out here. You've got it at the college. I mean, lots of different venues, places, plenty of places to seat. If you can't find a parking spot, go to the next spot.
As I see in the brackets, too, a lot of teams from the area. Lincoln, Mount Pulaski, Hardham, everybody out playing in the tournament. So good day of basketball going on. It also goes on tomorrow. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back with Coach Greg Alexander and the sophomore team. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM and WLCN online.com. Back out here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium for the Lincoln Trojan Basketball Tournament. 114 teams. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Just got done with the head coach.
Yeah.
The head ball coach. Coach Neil Alexander. 26-4 on the season, 14-2 in the Central State 8. Lincoln comes away with a share of the Central State 8 with Southeast. Southeast was a winner 41-38. No sharing with this guy next to me. 23-1 on the season. He was a winner last night again, 54-46. Sophomore coach Greg Alexander. We've got a few of the sophomores that have not been on, and they're going to come on with us in just a little bit. But Coach, congratulations again. Very impressive win last night, 54-46, improving your record to 23-1. How'd you let the one slip away? I mean, what are you doing?
We'd take it back if we could.
I guess yes. I guess you would. We're about perfection around here.
Last night was kind of a close game. It seems like for you guys.
We lost. The one we lost was by 1 in overtime.
Yeah, and really, Jake, I've been to every game this year, and this is other than the overtime game, which I didn't go to because it was the sophomore tournament. 54-46, 8-point win. That's the closest we've seen, really, I think, other than maybe Moline, Coach. Really, your guys have been on tap, on schedule, on mark all season long.
Yeah, they just, it was a group of kids that played hard. They played well together, and it's all on the floor. For the most part, we always talk about playing harder than our opponent and being more aggressive, and that's what we did, and it showed.
Yeah,
every night we played.
There's no question about it. If you just watch the game, we were better. Just mentally, we were better physically than most teams. Our teams pass the ball so well. The sophomore team equally as good passing as our varsity basketball team. You had shooters. You had guys that could go to the rack. You got guys that a big kid inside. That you had Neitzel and Conradi underneath. Some big boys that could go to that you could go to when you needed to. It just seemed like all the time, even if you weren't playing well, at some points there would be that spurt. And most of the time it was led by Will Cook and Peyton Evelair that just got that spark going. And boy, we went on some runs this year.
We did. I told them last night, it wasn't always pretty, but they always found a way, whether they were down, up, to go on runs and get the job done. We executed offensively. We ran a lot of sets, get a lot of open shots. We got threes, back doors, and something we did a little different than our varsity this year. Instead of going 5 out, we went a little more 4 out since we got Adam so big down there, and our guards did a great job of just dribble drive and finding it, dump down passes for him to finish around the rim.
Coach, it's tough, I think, when you're not accustomed to passing the ball inside to a guy. Traditionally here at Lincoln, at least probably for the last couple of years, we've not had a big post presence inside, and your guards go away from that because they're just not used to throwing it in. How much did you have to work on that with your guys of one, just looking in there, and 2, then you got to make a pass with 2 defenders, 1 on the ball and 1 guarding the guy underneath? How much did you have to work on that to say, hey, we got a guy that can score inside, we got easy baskets that are available there, we got to get it to him?
It was different. It was a change for them. There's a very unselfish team, and they wanted to get the ball down there, but it was different. So we had to work on feeding the post, reading defense, reading help side, knowing when to give him the ball. But once we picked up on it, we were able to give him the ball and score some easy baskets.
Yeah, you definitely did. Again, 23-1. Coach, any idea? Of course, it's different being the sophomore coach. You don't get a lot of time. I've been there. You don't get a lot of time for yourself because mainly you're practice dummies most of the time. Coach Al doesn't give you a lot of calls in practice. They don't call your number because they want you. He wants your guys to be Southeast that night, or he wants them to be Lanphier leading up this week. At one point, did you know, hey, we're going to be pretty decent this year?
Yeah, and we could see it in we do a lot of stuff in the summer. They come out here. We got our shooting camp, and we got our league nights, and we go to Limestone for 8 nights through the summer, and we get a chance to play with the freshmen and sophomores. And you could see them starting to develop, and they had a good year as freshmen. And I think they only had a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Aaron Hopp on the roster here for the sophomore roster: Will Cook, Jordan Perry, Gage Vincent, Garrett Isles, Peyton Evelair, Connor Albertson, Lane Berglund, Ian Neitzel, Eric Sutton, and also the big boy Adam Conradi for the sophomore roster. And once again, Coach, so you're done now. Your season's over.
That last night was our last game. So like you said, we finished up 23-1.
Yeah, and another good one. And you've got a little bragging rights. Coach has lost 4 games this season, and yourself with 1. Any kind of competition when you go over to Mom and Dad's and eat or anything?
No. It's with Coach J Mac. He's created this Coach of the Year award.
Really?
It's all.
And he probably will win?
He's the only one who votes for it. And
right.
Somehow he's won it the last 18 years.
And you can vote for yourself.
And you can vote for yourself. So
I'm not surprised.
He's leading candidate right now. No, but, we always work together well, and, we help each other out. It's, those guys, Coach J Mac and Coach Harmson, they do a great job of laying the foundation for our freshmen and, give them the basic tools of what they need to know so we can put a little bit more each year so they can build up to get ready for varsity basketball.
Yeah, you're definitely got to get these guys ready. It's your job to get these guys ready for varsity. Although your job is not done, you will also be full speed ahead now with the varsity as we hit regional action on Tuesday night, and then hopefully a winner on Tuesday, and then come back on Friday. But Coach, let's get some of your guys in here. First up, he's been on here once already, but the big man, Adam Conrady. And guys, just give us your name, your position, where you went to junior high, and then maybe your favorite opponent that happened this year.
Adam Conrady, center, Westlake and Broadwell, and I'd probably say SHG.
SHG for the big man Conrady. And anything that sticks out in your mind that after a 23-1 record this season, what sticks out in your mind about this season?
It was just really fun. I mean, we would have liked to have been undefeated, but it's nice to only lose once.
Yeah, it definitely was. Just that one loss to 1 point in overtime, and Adam, hand that mic on over to the next guy here. And real quick, Coach, the big man that just talked, he was good early on, but boy, you saw the maturation of this young man all the way throughout the season. Boy, he's huge for you.
Yeah, he's a big. I still think he's growing. We still hope he's growing, but you can see from day one, he just works at it every day, and he got more comfortable playing inside. When we had our 5 out, I don't think he was as comfortable running around the perimeter because that's not his game. Mm-hmm. You could see as the season just went, he got more aggressive on that block. He made aggressive, strong, great post moves.
Big key to your team. And next up,
Will Cook. I'm a point guard, and I went to Lincoln Junior High.
Junior High, and Will, you're a sophomore now, and give us a point in the season where you thought, we might have a pretty good record this year.
Well, actually, this summer we went to Limestone and played in a tournament. We played pretty good, and then we got to the championship and lost by a half-court buzzer beater. So I knew we were going to be pretty good after that.
Coach, and Will, and your favorite opponent, Will?
SHG.
Another SHG coming up there as SHG's program's turned around. But we'll hand that mic off to the next guy here. But Coach, if you had any spark going in or needed some kind of run, it usually by that guy who played the point on your defense all year.
Yep, he was kind of like our little energizer guy. Kind of moving all over the place, getting deflections, and you could tell, he would do whatever it would take to win the games, effort-wise, making a shot, making a steal, getting a rebound. So, same thing kind of in practice. It was kind of fun this year to see him and his brother kind of go
battle it out.
Yeah. It kind of looked like they get into it a little bit and maybe go home and fight it out a little
Probably
bit.
helped Will become the basketball player he is so far. Jordan, go ahead. Next up, name and grade and where you went to junior high.
My name's Jordan Perry. I'm a sophomore. I'm a guard.
And your favorite opponent, Jordan?
SHG.
Somebody's got to change this SHG thing. We got to get this this changed here. But Jordan, 1 point in the season that sticks out in your mind. Maybe your best game, maybe the team's best game.
Probably at Southeast. We went down and beat them.
Southeast, they had a good sophomore team, Coach, again. But Jordan, hand that mic off to the next guy, and not only the best golfer at Lincoln Community High School, but pretty darn good basketball player too.
He's not as tall as we'd like him, but I'll tell you what, I call him a little bulldog. He's not scared to get in there and mix it up, and he covers ground. He's got quick feet, and towards the end of the season, he was about automatic from 3-point line.
Good, good. And the next up, go ahead.
Peyton Ebler, guard. I went to WLB. My favorite opponent's SHG.
SHG, another one. And Peyton, some area of the season that stuck out to you in your mind?
That one loss stuck out because I knew after that we didn't want to lose another game. We shouldn't have lost that game anyways.
And last night, Coach, Peyton taking a big charge.
He did. He took a couple, you know. Kind of finally talked him into getting somebody, and he's taken a couple this year. But I tell you, he might be the first guy that we've had through here to play the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 last night. So we got him all across the board playing everywhere. Yeah, nice. Peyton, go ahead and hand that to the next young man. But a nice guy to have, super quick with the basketball, makes good decisions, a good shooter out there. Really a nice all-around player. You talked about it. You can move him from wing to back, and you just gain a lot of speed. Yeah, we just had him all over, you know, and that was something I don't think he's really ever played the back or 4, but you know, he understands the game. You only have to tell him once, and he's got it picked up. Never a problem when you can move a guy around as much. Next guy up.
Aaron Hopp, freshman guard, junior high.
Went to Lincoln Junior High, and your favorite opponent so far in your young Rayler career?
SHG.
Again, 4 SH. I think they're just going along with the public.
What's going on with this, Coach? I mean, is there a little, you know, you get them ramped up for SHG? What is this?
The SHG is always a tough game for us, and fortunately this year we beat them 3 times. So.
Yeah, I don't know. You say that. I don't
Maybe
know.
That's why they like.
We always do well against them in the varsity, but even I was coaching for 3 years here. I don't think ever once beat their sophomore team at SHG. They're always strong at the sophomore level. But Aaron, anything that stuck out in your season? I know you played both freshman and sophomore squads. Really came on late in the sophomore team. But anything that stuck out in your mind this year?
Anything but working hard, just keeping the season going.
That's right, 23-1 coach, and talk about this young man that's going to be a good one for the Railers. Came up as a freshman and didn't play a lot early on, but boy, he was a mainstay after he got up there. Right, you know, like one thing we talk about when we pick up some freshmen and they're coming in, you know, he had a little learning curve, and once he figured things out, he was ready to go. You know, he can cover a lot of ground. He's quick. He's athletic. He rebounds a lot, and you could just see. With each game this year, he built confidence. Yeah, you're exactly right. Probably the most athletic guy you've got on the court, and just a freshman. So a lot of good things coming from Hub. We didn't get all of the sophomores out here because it was just a varsity practice, but we'll try and get the rest of those guys on next week as we try and get the freshmen on also. But Coach, again, thanks for stopping by. Get back to practice and get into the film room because we've got some tough ones coming up here in the next couple weeks where we'd like to play for a while. Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Yeah, 23-1 coach. Greg Alexander, 54-46, a winner last night, and we'll be back here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.